What time is it?
It's time for the Daniel Thomas Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Daniel Thomas Show. And Tom, you want to start this off? You say you got something for us today?
I've got a good one for you today, Dan.
Okay.
So let's talk about dating, and because I don't date. My wife really frowns upon that. So
The little thing.
he's the one that's in that dating pool. But I want to ask you. I keep hearing, what's a red flag? What do you look for?
What are the dating red flags?
I know what a red flag is. It means stop. But
Okay.
in a dating environment, what's a big red flag? What have you experienced?
Oh, it's usually like before we see the list, there's a list, right?
Yes, there.
Okay,
well,
before we see
I'm
the
sorry.
list,
There is a list of
it's-
15.
It's complaining about previous relationships, complaining about, exes, husbands, that everybody's crazy and you're the sane person in the whole group. I also am leery of people that haven't had long-term relationships. Sometimes people don't get married, things happen like that. But I'm leery about people that have not had long-term relationships with people.
Well, and funny you mention that, because years ago I did go on a date, and immediately the red flag was, I don't like. And all of a sudden this laundry list, it was actually not even a discussion or a conversation. It was a monologue on what this woman didn't like. And as soon as the monologue was over, I paid the tab and I was gone. It was just...
And guess what?
Nah.
You didn't have dessert. So go ahead.
No dessert, no coffee, it was
Nothing.
time to get out.
Okay, so what's the first one?
So let's look at the 15 big red flags. Love bombing. Okay?
Oh, it's like what, suffocating somebody and
not just...
over-affectionist?
No. We're talking about excessive spending immediately, lavish gifts, texts all the time, mirroring all your interests. Oh, you like to do... Oh, I do too. I mean, just...
I'm telling
everything.
you guys, it is, there's a ton of content on Twitter, X, and TikTok about, you should only go out with people that are going to step up. Women should only go out with men that are going to step up and pay. And again, it's like, man, I don't know if I want to have a meal with this person yet. You know what I mean? But then you get what you're talking about. And that's Psychoville to me. That's concerning when it gets to stuff like that.
Well, and to your point, they want to take it to the next level, but one of the key points on love bombing is wanting to take it to the next level quickly.
Okay.
So, yeah, I got to say,
What's next?
They don't respect your boundaries.
Well, that's like showing up, and that's, and I know men that have done this too. I just showed up at work. I'm like, are you insane?
Well,
you're never going to have another date with her.
And let's be honest, the boundaries are also physical.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's, everybody's got their own time and their own place, and if you're not going to respect that, it's a big red flag.
The other red flag, I mean, it's got to be on the list, but the opposite of when you can't communicate with somebody, that's got to be on there too. If they're unavailable or,
Well, hey, it just so happens number 3 is they check in frequently, though.
They check in frequently?
All the time. They're excessively checking in on you. They want to know where you're at, what you're doing, what's up.
I'm working.
Is the fact that he doesn't text you back during the workday, is that a red flag? Or is that maybe somebody who's got a job and has to focus in on what they're doing?
I dated somebody recently that didn't like that. Knew I was traveling out of town on business and literally watched my calendar get full all day and then would send me a text in the middle of meeting number 4 and was like, I didn't hear from you. I said, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's 10:30 at night and I just got back to my hotel.
Right. No, and that's, I mean, I've traveled a lot for work, but...
Anyways, see if you guys are paying attention.
It's not a good one. Let's go to number 4. They always want to be the priority. So whatever is going on, it has to be about them.
Everybody wants to be important, and I get that, but that's crazy because it's not, and again, you shouldn't work, you shouldn't be successful. Again, I think everybody should work. I really don't think you should date people that don't have a job. And I've met women that were wealthy that had screwed up lives because they had no purpose. They had money in the bank,
Right.
but they were really had no purpose.
And it's not about working for the money. It's about working for, as Dan said, a purpose. Having something that they're invested in that is not you, is not, it's their outside interest, which makes them more interesting. It makes it a relationship that you can grow upon.
What's next?
Jealousy. Yeah,
It's all your fault. Where are you? What are you doing? Who's that whore?
Yeah.
Stop, guys. You know what? Again, a little jealousy I think is okay, but you also have to be in a relationship, and it takes time to get to a point that you respect somebody, that you know that they didn't slip, fall down, and fall inside of somebody else. You know what I mean? So
Well, and we're talking about dating here. So early on, the jealousy thing, you gotta bring it down. I mean, it's you have to trust and see what's going to happen in this relationship. If you can't trust them, you're going to move on.
The one thing that I get a kick out of is I have known people who have been cheated on, and the guy set up boundaries like really early, like, here's my schedule, so I'm only available on this day, this day, this day. And I know women that dated married men that lied about being single, and she would show up. The guy was on 2 softball teams and told his wife that, Thursday night he was working on his buddy's boat every Thursday night, and he'd meet the girlfriend for softball, and she'd show up at the team. And I'm like, didn't anybody know that this guy was married too? So, anyways, I got a kick out of that one.
Here's the one that really, I mean, for me, this is an immediate red flag. If they start to make fun of you, they start mocking you.
If there's any criticism like that, or if they're condescending in any way, goodbye, guys. Goodbye. And again, it's not, it's one thing. It's fun and fair play and just having a good time. But God, if they're doing that, goodbye.
Yeah. Next. And if they sit there and make fun and degrade their exes all day.
Exactly. Well, we talked about that. That was my first red flag. Again, the common denominator, we talked about that before.
Yes.
And people in relationships, and you have your own responsibility, but you chose that person. And I get a kick out of this, that it's always the other person's fault. Now, people do heinous things that break up marriages.
Correct.
People lie, people cheat, people do horrible things financially. And yes, but, again, I know women that have had their husbands go out and spend almost $1 million without them knowing it. I'm like, how do you not know that this guy bought, motorcycles, sand buggies and boats and all this stuff under your nose? You know that the money was missing? I just didn't pay attention. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. No, that's a tough one.
Are we getting close? What?
Oh, number 8. We still got a few on the list.
Okay.
They don't have many friends. I wonder why.
Exactly. Or the other red flag for me is women that only have male friends too. I think
absolutely.
That's a major red flag too. And
that's a dating horror story that I think we've touched on once or twice. We got a few more to get through. So let's go to number 9. Your friends don't like her or him. I mean, your friends really do have your best interest at heart. It's not they want to see you miserable, but they see things. They see things that you might not see. That love blindness. I need a date. Please date me. Oh, number 10. They're just not motivated.
Okay.
Wow.
This, guys, I'm all about getting yourself fiscally fit and being financially ready for whatever could come your way. And this goes to motivation. It goes to people's drive and people's desire. And again, what do you want to do? And again, they can do anything for a job. I don't care where they work, but they need to want to show up on time. They want they want to have a good work ethic. They want to have a good ethic in general of being responsible, helping people out. Yeah. Do they care about other people? Will they be there for other people? Will they do favors for other people? And again, no, I just want to be here and sleep. And I dated somebody like that recently that just had, was out of gas constantly, and it created problems.
11, they never initiate intimacy, conversation, dates. They just don't initiate. It's all on you.
See that? It's just the person with the money. It's like, wouldn't it be great if we went here? Wouldn't it be great if we went there? Now, I'll make suggestions. Hey, do you want to go out to dinner? Do you want to go travel? Do you want to do this? Figure it out and I'll pay for it. I don't mind doing that. That I'm totally fine with. It's the people that don't want to do that and don't want to go anywhere. I don't understand. I'm so tired. I can't do it. Okay.
Or I'll go, but just tell me when and where.
Oh my God. Yeah, and again, enjoy it, guys. I'm telling you, this life is a one-lap race. If you do not enjoy what you're doing and the people you're around, then why do it? Why be around them? And if your friends are losers, get rid of your friends that are losers too.
It comes back to you're the one in control of your destiny.
Yeah.
So don't let it slip through your hands, and don't just sit back and wait for somebody else to take care of it. You own it. So the next item up on the list, number 12, they're hot and cold. Oh, I'm all about you, and then they ghost you for a week, and then they're back, and just the up and down.
See, the BBD, the bigger, better deal, is a problem, and I'm telling you, I've had this be a problem because I want to date one person at one time and not 5. And some guys are like, oh my God, you're recently single and your girlfriend died. You should be dating everybody under the sun. No. Okay? No. So that, and again, that's just me.
And the Daniel Thomas Show does not recommend dating 5 women at once, or it's just not.
I have friends that do that, and I don't know how they do it. And there's a lot of lying. That's the only way I can. Oh, I told her I was here, and I told her I was there. It's like eventually you're going to get caught. Eventually the world isn't that big of a place. You're going to run into one of these women at the same restaurant or something like that. So
not a way to play the game. Number 13. And this one's one that I think we've all experienced at some point in our lives.
Psycho, or is it?
No, it's a little too much of the alcohol there. Yeah.
Yeah, if you, again, I'm all for having a good time, okay? But if you got somebody that's, doing too much drinking, excess, if you have anybody doing drugs, you gotta limit that, because I'm telling you, no job interview has ever been conducted this way. We got to hire Tom because he does so much cocaine. Oh my God, he's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's good at parties.
Oh
he knows how to.
God.
He knows how to.
He's
He
got
knows how to
drinks,
empty a keg
everybody
like nobody's business.
under the table. Oh my God. And again, choosing a spouse. I get a kick out of people that say this at the divorce, and they say, "Well, I know he drank a lot, but I just thought it was just a phase." Oh yeah, for 14 years it was a phase. He was a booze hound. Okay, so again. It's easy to say, but just, no, okay? And again, the person that's comfortable being by themselves and being alone doesn't need to sit there and go out and drink to excess all the time, okay? It's one thing to go to Vegas. It's one thing to have a party. It's one thing to have a good time, okay?
Yeah.
But when they're doing it on a Tuesday night, followed up by Thursday because the hangover was so bad on Wednesday, come on.
Here's one that I see as a red flag, but we're talking about dating here. And they're scared to take the discussion of relationship to the next level.
Then goodbye. And again, you don't have to.
That's one that's, the flag comes in later though.
Somebody just, a lot of people, this is what it is, okay? And having somebody pass away in my life, it's not, we're not moving in together, okay? But we're together. There's a big difference with that. And that, again, well, when would that happen? Okay, well, that's a discussion for later.
And number 15, and this is the one that we all need to start to listen to. It's your gut. You're going to tell yourself, no, she's great. No, he's wonderful. Oh, that's just a phase. That's just a phase. No. Listen to your gut.
People fool themselves. Dan Pena is a businessman, knows the billion-dollar man, but he said, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. If you are surrounded by losers, you have 3 loser friends, you're the 4th loser friend. If you are surrounded by, unmotivated people or people that just don't have life goals. And again, it's not to get rich. It's not the amount of money. It's the fact that you want to be a good person, good activity, and things like that. I have this one friend of mine who is going to be the CFO for one of my businesses, and she is just a brilliant person, but she is out playing softball and all these different activities and runs a charity and does all this stuff. And there's always guys interested in her, even though she has a boyfriend, she's not interested because she's out and she's active and she's like, oh my gosh, she's so much fun.
Right.
Be that person. Be the fun person that people want to be around. So.
And the person that pours into somebody else,
Yeah, exactly.
When you can help somebody.
I mean, it's
you want to reach out and help somebody.
It's a ridiculous cat charity, but she's really good at what she does. So
just let's close with this. Red flags. If there's too many of them, too quick, cut your losses.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's not that they're a bad person. It's you're not a good fit for them.
Yeah.
Let them go find somebody else better, and you listen to your gut and go find the right person for you.
Exactly. Okay. We will see you guys very soon. Thank you for watching the Daniel Thomas Show.
Like, subscribe, and please, we've got an email list down at the bottom.
Exactly.
Join us. We'd love for you to be a part of the family as we move forward.
Thank you. So what do you think? Was that a great episode?
Did you see the last episode? Really? This one? I don't know.